breaking news from WRAL. Coverage you can count on.
Check out the trees down across the triangle after this latest storm. On the left, that is in Durham. On the right, the WRAL storm tracker is in Raleigh. What you need to know about the damage on the roads before you head out.
And we do have another WRAL weather alert day today. The lingering rain is starting to exit our eastern counties, but another round of rain and storms likely later today. I'll have the timeline for that coming up.
And more flooding problems. Areas that were hard hit earlier this week are dealing with additional issues this morning. What they are facing after another round of severe weather. That was some wild weather we had last night. Very heavy downpours and booming thunder. We hope you're doing well this morning. It's a much different feel out there after those storms moved through. It's 4:30. Thanks for joining us. I'm Renee Chu.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. Good to have you along. Yeah, got you covered, obviously, with the team coverage of this morning with the effects of that heavy rain, sheets of rain coming down overnight, starting with meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the WRAL Severe Weather Center.
This is what it looked like last night. This is at 8:30, and look at the lightning and the heavy rain that was moving through the triangle. Very heavy rain fell last night. Most of the rain fell from about Wake County and points to the north. That's where the heaviest rain fell. Right now, we just have some lingering showers in some of our eastern communities. Not a big deal. It's really starting to wind down and move out of the area. So it's going to be mainly dry for the morning commute as far as what's falling from the sky. But check out some of these totals just in the last 12 hours. And again, the heaviest rain from about Wake County and points to the north, 2 to 3.5 inches of rain or even more in some spots. And that did lead to some flooding. The storm reports indicate that. We had numerous flood reports. We also had some trees come down. And so some trees came down because of some of those strong winds with some of those storms that rolled through. Well, we have another weather alert day today. Everyone in a flood watch today. We also have a level 1 risk for severe storms. The timeline will be pretty similar to what we had yesterday. These are going to be late in the day. Showers and storms will be likely. Some could be severe. I'll have more on the timeline with this with Futurecast coming up in just a bit, Ken.
All right, Amy, and good morning, everybody. Listen, it's been a really difficult night with trees down, and we showed you at the top of the broadcast. Let's get right to Heidi Kirk. She's in Raleigh. On Raleigh, but you're in the WRAL storm tracker, or driving with us, rather. So give us a sense of what you saw earlier this morning.
Well, Ken, good morning. We've been out on the roads for about an hour now, just checking out different road conditions around the triangle. I want to flip the camera and show you what we're seeing right now. You'll notice that the roads are very wet this morning. We've seen minor ponding on multiple areas, and we're continuing to check this out. But now I want to take you straight to what we saw just within the last 30 minutes or so. This is a tree down on Raleigh Boulevard near Barksdale Drive. Now, we just drove right up on this and captured this video for you. Now, that tree has been completely cleared away. Crews working very early this morning to make sure that as you get up for your morning commute, that is all clear. And I want to show you some more video. Take a look at this. This is on Western Boulevard and I-40. We had some significant ponding out on the roads. You're going to see lots of standing water there. Now, we're going to continue driving around, checking out some areas like this, but it's important if you're heading out for the morning commute, be aware that you could run into some things like this. As we mentioned, we've been out on the roads checking them out, and this is what we've been seeing this morning, and we want to make sure to continue to keep you abreast of everything out here, which is what we're going to continue to do throughout the morning. Ken?
Yeah. Hey, Heidi, that's such a good point. As people get ready to head out this morning, be mindful of dimly lit areas and road debris like rocks, large rocks, maybe tree branches in the road. You never know. So just be careful as you're heading out. Give yourself some extra time this morning. The good news is very light traffic to report. All our major routes from Wendell to Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, all delay free at this hour. Listen, you're getting ready to head out the door. It's constantly changing this morning. Tune us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3.
Our team coverage of this latest severe weather event takes us to Durham now, and that's where Allie Katlabar is in the WRAL Breaking News Tracker. A large tree came down behind you during this storm, Allie.
Yes, Jeff, and you can see just how large this tree is right here. The base of it is taller than me, and we want to show you the trunk right here. This is where it fell over, toppled over, and it's just massive. It was completely blocking this road right here on University Drive. This is a busy road, and we did just see within the past 10 minutes that Durham police, they did remove those road closed signs, and so that the road back open, power is on. But these residents here are going to be waking up to a mess in their front yards. Hope Valley Elementary School behind me, luckily they're out of school right now, but there is a little bit of a mess in front of their school as well. And so we are working to find out the damage that it's caused. We also saw a car underneath all of those branches here. So again, we are still working to find out all the damage that it's caused, as well as any outages it could be causing as well. Reporting in Durham, Allie Cadlebar, WRAL News.
An already waterlogged Durham saw even more flooding as storms moved through in the night and into the early morning hours today. This video is from Cyril Jolly of Madison Street in Durham. You can see several cars left in the high water. Now's the time to make sure you have the newly redesigned WRAL weather app. It is the best way to get important alerts straight to your phone when storms move through your area. And all this week, we have chances for storms. Don't forget to turn your push notifications on. The app is free.
An Amber Alert is in place this morning for a teenager from the western part of our state who was last seen in Raleigh. This is Valeria Gonzalez Hernandez. She is 13 years old. She's from Surrey County, but was last seen at a bus station on Capitol Boulevard June 25th. She was captured getting off the bus carrying 2 bags. This is that image that the FBI, the SBI, and multiple agents sent out. They're now searching for this child. If you've seen her, call 911.
A Raleigh police sergeant has resigned after being charged with threatening a man with disabilities at a restaurant. According to an arrest warrant, 37-year-old Wesley Lane approached the man's table, picked up a knife, and accused the man of threatening his daughter. This happened at the Western Sizzlin' Steakhouse in Dunn back on June 25th. Raleigh police confirmed Lane worked with the department since 2010. He resigned Monday, a few days after charges were filed.
North Carolina's first standalone children's hospital is coming to Apex. Our NC Capital team was the first to report the news. UNC Health and Duke Health are finalizing a deal to build North Carolina Children's at the town's Viridia development. The multi-billion-dollar project is expected to create thousands of jobs in western Wake County and spur even more development. Plans for the hospital were announced in January, but a site hadn't been officially announced. People familiar with the negotiations tell WRAL that announcement could come as soon as today. For more on this project, you can go to the NC Capital section of WRAL.com.
Today, remote and charter schooling are on the agenda for the State Board of Education. The board is set to discuss shrinking the NC Virtual Public Schools program, which was used much more extensively post-COVID. They will also be presented with a report that shows more diverse enrollment in North Carolina charter schools. Finally, discussion will be held over State Superintendent Mo Green's plan for schools. Details of that plan can be found in the education section of WRAL.com. The board's meeting runs from 9 this morning to 1 p.m.
On camera, a new tactic targeting speeders in North Carolina, and where that technology will be focused, how big those fines will be.
Growing health concerns. Homeowners are working to clean up flood damage before mold takes over. The race against time as they try to stay safe.
Today's WRAL Weather Alert Day as we're facing the risk of more severe storms and flooding, and this is a live look in Chapel Hill right here. Meteorologist Amy Wilmoth is back after the break with the timeline for this next round of severe weather, when it's expected to arrive.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
Welcome back. I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in for Elizabeth this morning. Things really winding down on radar. Just a few lingering showers in our eastern counties, but it is another WRAL Weather Alert Day. We expect another round of storms later on today. The morning commute should be fine, a 20% chance for rain. The roads are still a little damp in spots, but the heaviest rain has certainly moved out. We do have the potential for some flooding today, and that is going to likely happen later today. During the evening commute, we'll start to see those rain chances go up. It's about a 50% chance at 6 and 7 o'clock this this evening. So we do have that threat for heavy rain and the potential for some severe storms as well. Level 1 risk for severe storms across the area today. Storms will continue into Friday and Saturday, but Grant Skinner and I will have more on today's weather alert day coming up in just a bit, Ken.
All right, happening now in the WRAL traffic center. As you get ready to head out, we want to make sure you know exactly what to expect. Here's a live look at I-40 and Wade Avenue. Just very light traffic right now, but I'm sure it's going to pick up as many of you get ready for work. In terms of I-40 westbound, those of you coming in from Johnson County, maybe Highway 36 coming into the Beltline, no delays whatsoever. Similarly, on the southern loop of the Beltline, no delays to report as well. You're getting ready to head out the door, particularly on these dimly lit neighborhood streets. Watch for road debris like large stones or maybe tree branches that might get in your way this morning. We'll keep you updated all morning long. Getting into the car, tune us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3.
The storms we've experienced this week have brought torrential rainfall and major flooding. Water that is collected inside homes, businesses, and cars has been lingering for days. Hidden inside is sewage, industrial waste, bacteria, and chemicals. WRAL's Grace Haba has information you need to know about how to steer clear of the possible impacts to your health.
You like a mask?
That's what Violet Covington is now asking new house guests like us, taking precautions over mold, dust, and other silent dangers.
It was ankle deep water throughout the house.
This is what her home looked like when it flooded early Monday. It was a first for the Durham homeowner in nearly 40 years of living here, but a concern she and her husband have always had.
This is a one-way out street, Felicia Street. We have been fighting for years with the county to get an extension put in street so we could have a way out in case of an emergency.
Their only way out was through a neighbor's yard on foot.
So we left with just what was on our backs.
Days later, the water on her street is gone, and others who live nearby, like Cameron Dutton,
I don't know how the fridge flipped over. The fridge flipped.
are left with damaged belongings and health concerns.
We're very concerned, like living here and whatnot. We didn't know what to do. We don't know if we move out or just stay.
After a flood, health officials say it's important to act fast and be aware of what you can't see.
Being exposed to contaminated water can cause GI illness and rashes and other infections.
Victoria Hudson with the Orange County Health Department says to wear protective gear and urges even homeowners not hit by Monday's storms to keep their guards up.
I know there's a big concern about the ground already being saturated and that those floodwaters haven't fully receded in some places. And that's the concern, that those places become inundated again.
This is Grace Haba reporting. And if your home or property was damaged by Chantal, we want to hear from you. Go to WRAL.com/report it to share your pictures and video. We may share some of them on our website, on social media, and during our newscasts.
Starting this fall, cities and towns across North Carolina can start installing speed cameras at school zones. Governor Josh Stein signed the bill into law. The goal is to crack down on speeding in school zones. Warning signs will be posted within 1,000 feet of the cameras. Anyone who is caught speeding will have to pay a $250 fine. You will have 30 days to pay it. A federal appeals court struck down a new rule by the Biden administration that would have made it easier for people to cancel subscriptions. The click to cancel rule would have stopped businesses from forcing customers through lengthy chat sessions with agents or creating other barriers to cancellation. The appeals court says the agency did not conduct a preliminary analysis and did not follow required procedures. The click to cancel rule was set to take effect next week.
A new study shows more intense summer weather could be leading to a higher number of heat-related deaths. That study looked at 12 European cities between June 23rd and July 2nd. Temperatures were up to 100 degrees in some places during that time, and researchers estimate that period was about 2 to 7 degrees hotter than it would have been without human-made climate change. They argue global warming is responsible for about 65% of the heat wave's deaths.
It is 4:47. We wipe the slate clean after those storms roll through, but once again, we have a risk for storms later tonight as well. Meteorologist Amy Wilmoth is tracking that all for us, and right now we will see a dry morning.
That's right. Yeah, the rain moving out, just a couple of lingering showers in our eastern counties, and that's it. We certainly had very heavy rain last night, especially from Wake County and points to the north. And when you look at the 5-day rainfall total, the most impressive totals are in the western half and northern part of our viewing area. Very heavy rain, and that means we have the potential for more flooding today because we expect another round of storms later on this afternoon and especially this evening and tonight. So it's a medium flood risk for today. We do have a level 1 severe threat too. Wind damage would be the biggest threat. Hail, tornado threat, that is very, very low. Everyone under the flood watch for today. So the entire viewing area in this flood watch, it's not going to take a lot of rain for us to get flash flooding, especially in the western and northern part of our viewing area. Also today, we have a level 1 out of 5 severe risk. So some isolated severe storms that could produce some wind damage will be possible today as well. The timeline for this, very similar to yesterday. Meteorologist Grant Skinner is standing by with a look at the hour-by-hour forecast with Futurecast. Grant?
Yeah, I wanted to show this forecast model. Let's start with this morning to walk you through the morning commute first because folks are going to be heading out here soon. A lot of cloud cover this morning, still some damp roadways, but fortunately Futurecast is looking pretty quiet through much of the morning. Maybe some spotty showers left over, but for the most part it's pretty quiet. So might dodge a couple of showers, but I think much of the morning commute will be fine. Even through the afternoon it's pretty quiet, but by the evening, closer to 6, 7, 8 o'clock, we'll see another batch of showers and storms roll in. So a similar timeline from last night, and we could see a lot of lightning, heavy downpours with this. This will move south and east by 10 o'clock. You can see the coverage pick up down through the Sandhills, pushing northeast up towards Rocky Mount, all moving south and east of the viewing area late tomorrow night. 11 o'clock, midnight, still a lot of active storms. These don't really exit the area until around 2, 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. And we'll still have some lingering cloud cover, but with that, we could still see some localized flooding with that, so be very careful on the roadways, and some brief strong wind gusts are possible. So through the afternoon, much of the afternoon is going to be quiet, around a 30% rain chance through 5 p.m., but then 6, 7, 8 o'clock, you start to see the rain chances pick up. Watch for some stronger storms, especially later in the day into the day today, and more storms are going to be possible tomorrow as well. Heat index forecast pushing to the triple digits for some spots, upper 90s for others. So even before the storms come, it's still going to be a very hot day today. So keep that in mind throughout your day. Drink plenty of water. Take breaks in the AC whenever you can. But that WRAL weather alert day is for the threat for flooding. Also, we could see some strong wind gusts today, so keep that in mind. Temperatures in the upper 80s by the afternoon, but heat index values much higher. Low 90s for tomorrow. Hot for the weekend, but more in the way of isolated storms, not as scattered and widespread as we'll see this evening, but still some isolated storms possible. That main severe threat is going to be today into this evening, but more storms are possible as we head throughout the rest of the day, and that could affect some roadways as well.
Absolutely, Grant. Just about 10 minutes before 5 this morning. The good news is we don't have any crashes to report, but we do have a number of road debris being reported since the last couple of hours. We've been showing you a number of trees down, but right now all the major routes are delay-free from Raleigh, Durham, Dwindale, Chapel Hill. So let's take you outside, give you a live look at I-40 and Wade Avenue. Traffic flowing nicely in both directions. Let's head it over to Durham, take you to Durham County, I-85 and Falls Lake. Again, traffic flowing nicely in both directions. We also have the WRAL Storm Tracker out this morning just to give you an idea of what you can expect as you're getting ready to head out. I can't stress enough, you're getting ready to head out this morning, particularly on these dimly lit neighborhood streets. Watch for any type of road debris like large stones and maybe branches. It could come up and be in your way this morning, so just be mindful of that. You're getting ready to head out the door. Stay with us. Take us with you on the radio, 101.5 HD3.
Thanks, Ken. Cracker recall. Some Ritz crackers in your kitchen may be mislabeled. The health risks they may pose because of that error.
Overcharged. Imagine picking up an item on sale only to be charged full price at checkout. In the next hour, 5 Under Side looks at where this is happening and what you can do about it.